Okay, here's a clue. I'm at one of my happy places. You pick 'em lot. So let's see what we can go pick. Okay, welcome back or welcome. If it's your first time, Jimmy's first gen mini rescue. These two are not gonna be rescued. I'm in one of my happy places. This is a salvage yard. I got a few things that I'm gonna be looking for, both for Mini and for Subaru, if I find them. So I got a list of, I went on the website and I got a list of where the cars are located that I'm interested in, and also the parts that I'm interested in. But these are two first generation Minis. This one is an 06 convertible, but they put a second generation side marker on here with a self-tapping screw. Anyway, but hey, you modify it the way you want it, right? This one is a regular Cooper, non-S. I think it's an 03. But anyway, what I'm going to do is read the fortune. It says, you are going on well with your business. You're going on well with your business. Well, I don't have a business per se, but these videos and fixing these minis, that's what I enjoy. So I guess it's going well. Hope everything's going well for you guys. Anyway, as I said, I'm in one of my happy places. It's a salvage yard. I'm gonna show you around, just lift up the camera, show you around and show you how many vehicles are actually here. It's very well organized. However, unlike another lot that I go to, these cars are sitting either on the ground or on their wheels or whatever. So if you need something from underneath or you gotta access something, you gotta find a way to jack it up or get under it safely. The other yard that I go to, they have two steel wheels welded together, one vertical and one like flat horizontal, and the cars are set on those four so that you can have access. Still, I don't trust it, and I bring a jack stand if I'm going to that one and I need something from underneath. Anyway, I need an A-pillar arm here on this side. The inside, not the outside. As you can see, the outside is broke. And I'm gonna get a radio harness. This has the original radio in it. What I did do this time is I brought a jump starter, and I can connect the jump starter just to see if the radio powers on, because you don't need the key. And I don't think this one has the key. But if it has power, you can just push the button and the radio should come on. So I'm gonna try to test it. I'm not gonna buy the radio anyway. I have 2 or 3 in the storeroom, but I am gonna get the radio harness, pigtail, as it's better to call it a pigtail, it's cheaper. If you call it a harness, then it's more expensive. So I'm gonna get the radio pigtail and from this car, and because this one does not have the original radio. Everybody ripped everything out of it. And there's a bunch of loose wires and everything. Anyway, so I'm gonna get started doing that. You don't have to see it, but I'm gonna show you around the yard. Did you see anything interesting? If so, put it in the comments, let me know. Maybe I'll come back and check it out for you. Anyway, let me get to the work on this car, and then there's a couple of things I'm looking for with the Subarus. All right. Okay, this is a 2014 Crosstrek Subaru. This one is the first one that I've seen since I've been here. that the air conditioner compressor is here. So I'm gonna see if I brought enough tools to take the whole compressor, and if not, I'll definitely take the clutch face plate, and we'll look around, because same engine that we have. All right, let me get started. It's 11:45 a.m. Okay, y'all didn't have to see me battle through all that. Subaru, let me ask you this. Why do you use like 3 or 4 different size fasteners, 13, 14, 12, for one component? Come on, give me all 13 millimeter and let me go. Anyway, my camera cut off, but I got the compressor from this car. Looking at the sticker, it has 129,100 and some odd miles. So that's a lot less than what we have on ours. So it'll be a probably good rebuildable unit. I'll look at the other one if there's another one and compare them, and take the one that I think is the best. Anyway, let's go see. Okay, as you can see, I made it home. I guess you can see I made it home. The haul I got the AC compressor complete from a 2014 Subaru Crosstrek, but it's the same compressor, and the car had 129,000 miles. So I'm gonna keep this one, and I'm gonna check the gap just for fun later. But it's hot right now. It's oh boy, it's about 2:15 in the afternoon, and it's about 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, Celsius will be there. And so it's hot. I ended up staying out there longer than I normally would. But I got the A-pillar arm that I needed. It's in the front seat here. I've got a radio harness here that I will get the wire codes and be able to bench test the radios. And for $15, I got another radio with the harness. So, and then I got a bunch of some various screws that you could always use them. You end up dropping them, losing them, whatever. So especially with 4 of the cars. Anyway, so it was pretty much a success. Every older Subaru, like 2012 and older, if the engine was still in the car, the air conditioner compressor was gone. The two, there was a 2014 that I got, that was the only compressor there. All the rest of them from 14 up, the compressors were gone. So I'm gonna assume, people they're having these issues with these compressors, thinking that they need to replace the whole thing. Maybe they don't know that it could be just an adjustment on the clutch faceplate. So, but yeah, so what I'll do is, like always, the next time I go, it'll probably be sometime in the fall. I will look for Subarus again and just get the clutch faceplate and any of the shims. But other than this one that I got, there was no other ones that were the same that I saw. Well, okay, there was one other one, but the car had an engine fire, So everything was burnt up and charred, and it just wouldn't have been worth it for me to even try to go through that mess. Anyway, so that's it. I'm gonna close this one out. Thank y'all. It's not quite mini, not quite Subaru. This is just a fun trip to the salvage yard. And this is what I always say to people. If you don't know how to do something, say you want to tackle your brakes for the first time, go to a salvage yard, pay your $2 or whatever it costs to get in, and practice on one of their vehicles. Take your tools, take the caliper off of a car that's similar to yours, take the brakes off, and you'll see how you can do it. And if you break something, it's not yours, you broke it there. Now you know what not to do when you're doing it at home. So a lot of my younger life, when I got my first car, I was 13 years old, and I wasn't legally driving it. It didn't run, but my mom paid $200 for that car, and she said if you get it running, she'll teach me how to drive. It was a 3-speed 1965 Mustang with a 6-cylinder. And I went to work cleaning up this guy's junkyard, and he would give me parts instead of paying me, and tell me how to fix them. And then he would show me on a junk car, and then I would go home and, okay, then I'm doing the brakes, the drum brakes in the back. Then the next time, he'd find out what the car needed and say, okay, this is how you rebuild the carburetor. And so that's how I got my start in working mechanicals. And I kept that car. I was 13 when we got it. I kept that car until I was 26 years old, which is 13 years. So I would have had it longer, except we were moving to Hawaii, and at that time, you couldn't import a car over 10 years old without it being a specialty car. If you had a Model T, yeah, they would allow that, but a regular Mustang, no. So anyway, I sold the car in California before we moved to Hawaii. Anyway, that was that story. So that's where you can go to. That's why it's my happy place. I go there. I think about those times working with that guy in New Roads, Louisiana, working in the junkyard and learning how to fix and tinker on cars. All right, that's enough story time. I'm gonna get out of here. It's hot. I'm gonna go inside, cool off, drink some Gatorade. Not sponsored, but drink me some Gatorade, some water, and relax for the rest of the day. All right, see y'all on the next one, and have fun with your minis, even if they're not yours, but they're in a breaker yard and you just want to go tinker. That's fun. All right, see y'all.